off now, and the live stream is set to 1 minute after.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious. I saw the thing come up say that it was enabled, and so I thought maybe it was going to be like bottom of the screen, but it's probably not.
Would a little bit defeat the purpose of our of our contest.
You would all be the very best spellers, except for homonyms. All right.
Actually, that captioning could really throw you off.
When you watch the National Spelling Bee, they've got the words on the screen, and then like the parents are there in an auditorium just outside of the stage, and there might be a TV, or they might be able to live stream it somewhere. I always wonder about that.
Codes
Sure, they're
and things.
sure they're watching.
Yep.
For those folks who are now watching the live stream, we are going to get started in 1 minute. We'll start exactly on time, which is great. Usually like things are on Grinnell time, which is an amazing wonder. But we're going to get going. How many of you are returners from last year or the year before? All right. Welcome all. We're so excited.
Don, I've come to know you in so many guises and so many ways. Athletic Hall of Fame most recently.
Thank you. I always enjoy hearing you speak, so I'm looking forward to some good words tonight.
Oh yes, there are good ones. It's great to see everybody. It's great to see you again. I'm finally getting to travel, so I'll hope to see many of you in some host cities here and there and everywhere.
That'll be good.
It'll be great.
All right, it is 7 o'clock Central Time, so we are going to go ahead and get started. Good evening. I would like to introduce our host and word reader for the evening, Grinnell College President Ann F. Harris. President Harris, an energetic leader and gifted teacher, was appointed the 14th president of Grinnell College on July 14th, 2020, following a unanimous vote by the Board of Trustees. During her tenure at Grinnell, President Harris has quickly become a trusted and admired member of the college community. Among her many accomplishments, she has worked in partnership with more than 200 faculty members to fulfill Grinnell's academic mission and led initiatives to complement the excellence of the college's academic programs and to enhance the health and well-being of the Grinnell community. She co-directed the college's response to the COVID-19 pandemic with an emphasis on community, social, and mental health. Her work is shaped by the principle she articulates as civic trust that addresses how trust is built and sustained between individuals and institutions, and between institutions. She believes that liberal arts education prepares individuals for civic engagement and a lifetime of defining and contributing to the common good. President Harris's work has been marked by leadership in the areas of diversity and inclusion, academic program and community development, and financial stewardship and fundraising. She currently serves on the Public Relations and Policy Review Committee of the National Association of Independent Colleges and Universities, and on the board of the Iowa and Minnesota Campus Compact Board. Harris holds a bachelor's degree in art history and classical languages from Agnes Scott College, where she earned Phi Beta Kappa honors. She received her master's and doctoral degrees in art history from the University of Chicago. A prolific researcher and author, she has published numerous articles and presented juried and invited papers. She is the co-author with Nancy Thompson of St. Olaf College of Medieval Art, 250 to 1450, and Matter, Making, and Meaning, Oxford University Press, 2021.
Thank you so much, Ashley. It's a joy to It's a joy to hear that. It's a joy to be together. It's a joy to think about us in the community and the company of words for this evening. So one of the things I think I should say right away is English is my second language. I moved to the United States from French-speaking Switzerland when I was 9, and I've long had a fascination with words. So this is such a joy to do this, and I feel so lucky that you all let me do this with you. And we've got a marvel of words to enjoy tonight in our third virtual Alumni Spelling Bee Championship event. So welcome one, welcome all, and congratulations already. It's fantastic to see so many of you joining our live event streaming on YouTube. Last Thursday, nearly 50 Grinnellians participated in our spelling competition rounds. It's an impressive number. All of our contestants who participated that night did a great job. I understand everyone had a wonderful time. So tonight, the finalists from Thursday will compete to win the title of the third Grinnell College Alumni Spelling Bee Champion. So we can already anticipate celebrating you all and celebrating our champion as well. Now, while the winner of the famous documentary-based spelling bee wins $50,000 in the cash prize, our winner tonight will win $50 to the Grinnell College Bookstore. And that, of course, is dividends of joy. Second prize winner will be $40 to the bookstore, and third will win $30. So now I'm very pleased to introduce our finalists. They'll be competing in alphabetical order by first name. So I will introduce them in that order. Bristol Ivy from class of 07 from Bangor, Maine. And I don't know if, are we waving as we say hello and so forth? Great. Don Kritzek, classes of 69 and 70 from beautiful Albuquerque, New Mexico. Holly Witten, class of 83 from Austin, Texas. Awesome. Michael Himmel, class of 2016 from Columbus, Ohio. Not so far. Nathaniel Bonnell, class of 2011 from Bayfield, Wisconsin. Nick Murray, class of 1963 from Sandy, Oregon. Sandra Larson, class of 1984 from Boulder, Colorado. And Tamara George, class of 2014 from Boulder, Colorado. So there's something marvelous happening there. Congratulations already to you all. Thank you for being stewards of words. So now I'm going to pass things over to you, Ashley, to Ashley Renstrom-Schaefer, Associate Director of Alumni Relations, who will explain how things are going to work tonight.
Thanks, President Harris. Our event is modeled on the popular National Spelling Bee that you may know of. While the instructions and rules have not changed since last Thursday night's event, I want to repeat some instructions for those watching and to refresh all of you. As in a traditional spelling bee, each of our competitors will spell their assigned words in each round, moving forward if you answer correctly and exiting the competition if you answer incorrectly. All contestants are welcome to remain in the room as an observer even after exiting the competition. Competitors, when it is your turn, President Harris will call your name directly after I identify who the next speaker will be, and she will say your assigned word. If the word is a homonym, she will automatically provide the definition of the word, so you will know the right version to spell. She will say the word twice. You have the right to ask for a definition of the word, the part of speech, alternate pronunciations, for President Harris to repeat the word, for her to use the word in a sentence before you begin spelling the word, and lastly, the language of origin of the word. You must spell the word within 60 seconds. The time period concludes any time that you use to ask for definitions, parts of speech, etc. A failure to answer correctly within the time period counts as a wrong answer. You all have one chance to spell your word correctly per round. We also ask that you keep your hands visible the entire 60 seconds, just to ensure that everyone is competing fairly in a virtual environment. If you answer correctly, you move on to the next round, and I will tell President Harris the name of the next contestant. If no one answers their own word correctly in a round, everyone is reinstated and the round begins again. Please note, you will always receive your own unique word, and you will never be asked to correctly spell a word another contestant missed. The game ends when one person remains and correctly spells one final round's championship question. That person will be our spelling bee champion. I will serve as judge if you have any questions or disputes about the results of a round. As a reminder, we are only accepting American spellings this year. Simply raise your hand to let us know you have a concern. You must raise your concern by the end of the current round. I will call your names in the exact same order every time. Please speak loudly and clearly to help us make sure that we hear you correctly. Are there any questions? All right. Let us begin. Remember to repeat the word, spell it, and repeat it a final time. I will call your name each time it is your turn to spell, and President Harris will tell you your word. All right. President Harris, your first speller is Bristol Ivy.
Terrific. Bristol, your word is nibble.
Nibble, can I have the definition, please?
To bite gently.
Nibble, N-I-B-B-L-E, nibble.
That is correct, Bristol. Don, you're the next speller.
Don, your word is couch.
Can you define the word, please?
Indeed, couch, an article of furniture for sitting or reclining.
Couch, C-O-U-C-H, couch.
That is correct, Don. Congratulations. Holly, you are our next speaker.
Holly, your word is strands. Strands.
Can you give the definition, please?
Yes, fibers or filaments twisted, plaited, or laid parallel to form a unit for further twisting or plaiting into yarn, thread, rope, or cordage.
Strands. S-T-R-A-N-D-S. Strands.
That is correct. Michael, you are our next speller. I am so sorry. Nathaniel, you are our next speller.
All right, Nathaniel, your word is squeak.
Squeak. S-Q-U-E-A-K, squeak.
That is correct. Michael, did I miss you? My apologies. We're getting the case out early.
There we go. So, Michael, your word is movie. Movie.
Can you give the definition, please?
A recording of moving images that tells a story and that people watch on a screen or television or their iPhone. Sorry.
Movie. M-O-V-I-E. Movie.
That is correct. Now our next speaker or speller is Nicholas.
Hi, Nicholas. Your word is double. Double.
Double. D-O-U-B-L-E. Double.
That is correct. Sandra, you are our next speller.
Sandra, your word is watch. Watch.
Could I have a definition, please?
To be attentive or vigilant.
Watch. W-A-T-C-H. Watch.
That is correct. Tamara, you are our next speller.
Tamara, your word is whine. Whine.
Can you please provide a definition?
To utter a high-pitched, plaintive, or distressed cry.
Whine. W-H-I-N-E. Whine.
That is correct. That completes round one. You are all remain. Congratulations. Good work. Bristol, for round two, you are our first speller.
Bristol, your word is sieve. Sieve.
Sieve, can I have the definition, please?
Yes, a device with meshes or perforations through which finer particles of a mixture, as of ashes, flour, or sand of various sizes may be passed to separate them from coarser ones, through which the liquid may be drained from liquid-containing material, or through which soft materials may be forced for reduction to fine particles.
Whew. Sieve, S-I-E-V-E, sieve.
That is correct. Dawn, you are the next speller.
Dawn, your word is curry. Curry.
Can you please define the word?
Indeed, a food, dish, or sauce in Indian cuisine seasoned with a mixture of spices.
Will you say the word again, please?
Curry.
Curry. C-U-R-R-Y, curry.
That is correct. Holly, you are the next speller.
Holly, your word is ferocious. Ferocious.
Ferocious. Ferocious. Ferocious.
That is correct. Good work, Holly. Michael, you are up next.
Michael, your word is towel. Towel.
Could you give a definition, please?
An absorbent cloth or paper for wiping or drying.
Towel. Towel. Towel.
That is correct. Nathaniel, you are the next speller.
Nathaniel, your word is galaxy.
Galaxy. Galaxy. Galaxy.
That is correct. Nicholas, you're up next.
Nicholas, your word is grumbling. Grumbling.
Grumbling. Grumbling. Grumbling.
That is correct. All right. Sandra, you're up next.
Sandra, your word is muscular. Muscular.
Muscular. Muscular. Muscular.
That is muscularly well done, which is not a phrase, but I'm making it. So Tamra, you're our next speller.
Tamara, your word is conscious. Conscious.
Conscious. Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Yes, I was very conscious of how large my to-do list had become, but how little time I had left to do it.
Sounds like a proper Grinnellian phrase. Conscious. CONSCIO. Conscious.
Well done. That is correct. That completes round 2, and everyone is still in the game. Bristol, you begin round 3.
Bristol, your word is drizzle.
Drizzle. Can I have the definition, please?
A fine, misty rain.
Drizzle. DRIZZLE. Drizzle.
That is correct. Our next speller is Dawn.
Dawn, your word is accurate. Accurate.
Define the word, please.
Free from error, especially as the result of care.
Accurate. ACCURATE. Accurate.
That is accurate. All right. Holly, you're up next.
Holly, your word is illusionist. Illusionist.
Can you define it, please?
Yes, a sleight of hand performer or a magician.
Illusionist. ILLUSIONIST. Illusionist.
Good work, Holly. Michael, you are our next speller.
Michael, your word is astute. Astute.
Definition, please.
Having or showing shrewdness and an ability to notice and understand things clearly, mentally sharp or clever.
Astute. ASTUTE. Astute.
That is correct. Nathaniel, you're up next.
Nathaniel, your word is opinionated. Opinionated.
All right. Opinionated. OPINIONATED. Opinionated.
Good job. Well done. Nicholas, you're up next.
Nicholas, your word is listener. Listener.
Listener. LISTENER. Listener.
Good work, Nicholas. Up next is Sandra.
Sandra, your word is triumphant. Triumphant.
Triumphant. TRIUMPHANT. Triumphant.
That is correct. Tamara, you're up next.
Tamara, your word is eavesdrop. Eavesdrop.
Eavesdrop. EAV. EAVESDROP. Eavesdrop.
Good job. Well done. That completes round 3. You're all still in it. Bristol, you're up for our next round.
All right, Bristol, let's go with Moxie. Moxie.
Moxie. MOXIE. Moxie. It's my favorite soda, by the way.
Don, you're up next.
Don, your word is incentive. Incentive.
Can you define the word, please?
Yes, something that incites or has a tendency to incite to determination or action. Incentive.
Incentive. INCENTIVE. Incentive.
That is correct. Holly, you are up next.
Holly, your word is chaotic. Chaotic.
Chaotic. CHAOTIC. Chaotic.
That is correct. Michael, you're our next speller.
Michael, your word is insouciant. Insouciant.
I have the definition, please.
Exhibiting or characterized by freedom from concern or care.
Insouciant. INSOUCIANT. Insouciant.
Well done. That is correct. Nathaniel, you're our next speller.
Nathaniel, your word is gargantuan. Gargantuan.
Gargantuan. Gargantuan. GARGANTUAN. Gargantuan.
That was a gargantuan word, and it is right. Nicholas, you're our next speller.
Nicholas, your word is dandelion. Dandelion.
Dandelion. DANDELION. Dandelion.
That is correct. Sandra, you're up next.
Sandra, your word is amphibian. Amphibian.
Amphibian. Could I have a sentence, please?
Yes, there was a large amphibian exhibit at the zoo, but the most interesting one was a poisoned dart frog.
Amphibian. AMPHIBIAN. Amphibian.
That is correct. Tamara, you're up next.
Tamara, your word is nasturtium. Nasturtium.
Can I have a definition, please?
Any of several tropical American pungent herbs having showy, variously colored spurred flowers.
And say it once more.
Nasturtium.
Nasturtium. NOST ERTIOM. Not quite.
I'm sorry. That is not correct. Flowers are always tough for some reason. They really are. But thank you. You did a great job. You made it all the way to round 4. So thank you so much. Good work tonight. All right. That takes us to round 5. And Bristol, you are our first speller.
Bristol, your word is ludicrous. Ludicrous.
Ludicrous. LUDICROUS. Ludicrous.
That is correct. The next speller is Don.
Don, your word is harmonious.
Say the word again, please.
Harmonious.
Harmonious. HARMONIOUS. Harmonious.
That is correct. Holly, you are our next speller.
Holly, your word is omission. Omission.
Omission. OMISSION. Omission.
That is well done. Our next speller is Michael.
Michael, your word is golem. Golem.
Definition, please.
An artificial human being in Hebrew folklore endowed with life.
Could I have the language of origin, please?
Yiddish from the Hebrew.
GOLEM. Golem. Sorry.
That is correct. Nathaniel, you are our next speller.
Nathaniel, your word is fashionista.
Fashionista.
Yeah.
All right. Fashionista. FASHIONISTA. Fashionista.
That is correct. Nicholas, you are up next.
Nicholas, your word is misconception. Misconception.
Misconception. MISCONCEPTION. Misconception.
Well done, Nicholas. Sandra, your next speller.
Sandra, your word is miraculous. Miraculous.
Miraculous. Miraculous. Miraculous.
Very well done. That is the end of round 5, and we move on to round 6 with Bristol as our first speller.
Bristol, your word is pilferer. Pilferer.
Pilferer. Can I have a definition, please?
To steal stealthily in small amounts and often again and again.
Pilfer or pilferer?
Pilferer.
Pilferer. Pilferer. Pilferer. Pilferer.
That is correct. Don, you are our next speller.
Don, your word is rollicking. Rollicking.
Define the word, please.
Boisterously carefree, joyful, or high-spirited.
Say the word again, please.
Rollicking.
Rollicking. ROLLICKING. Rollicking.
That is correct. Holly, you're up next.
Holly, your word is caterpillar. Caterpillar.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
I found a caterpillar in my house and set it free to become a butterfly in my backyard.
Caterpillar. CATERPILLAR.
That is correct. Michael, you're our next speller.
Michael, your word is trapezoid. Trapezoid.
Definition, please.
A quadrilateral having only 2 sides parallel.
Trapezoid. TRAPEZOID. Trapezoid.
Very well done. That is correct. The next speller is Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, didn't you have fashionista?
I did.
You're about to get buffoonery.
Buffoonery. Well, that's wonderful. Buffoonery. BUFFOONERY. Buffoonery.
That is correct. You have gotten some fun ones tonight. Nicholas, you're our next speller.
Nicholas, your word is competitive. Competitive.
Competitive. COMPETITIVE. Competitive.
That is correct. Sandra, you are our next speller.
Sandra, your word is megahertz. Megahertz.
Could I have a definition, please?
Indeed, a unit of frequency equal to 1 million hertz.
Megahertz. MEGAHERTZ. Megahertz.
That is correct. And that completes round 6. Great job, spellers. We are at round 7. Bristol, you're up first.
Bristol, your word is synthetic. Synthetic.
Synthetic. May I have a definition, please?
Something resulting from synthesis rather than occurring naturally, especially a product such as a drug or plastic of chemical synthesis.
Synthetic. SYNTHETIC. Synthetic.
That is correct. Well done. Don, you're up next.
Don, your word is far-fetched. Far-fetched.
Say it again, please.
Far-fetched.
Is the word far-fetched?
Yes, far-fetched.
Far-fetched. FARFETCHED. Far-fetched.
That is correct. You all are doing a great job. Holly, you're up next.
Holly, your word is misinterpret. Misinterpret.
Misinterpret. MISINTERPRET. Misinterpret.
That is correct. Thank you, Holly. Michael, you're up next.
Michael, your word is jabberwocky. Jabberwocky.
Could I have the definition, please?
Meaningless speech or writing.
Jabberwocky. JABBERWOCKY. Jabberwocky.
That is correct. And that is one of my all-time favorite words. Nathaniel, you are up next.
Nathaniel, your word is dilemma. Dilemma.
Dilemma. Define that real quick.
A usually undesirable or unpleasant choice.
Okay, I guess between two options. Okay, dilemma. Dilemma. Dilemma.
That is correct. Nicholas, you're up next.
Nicholas, your word is lefse. Lefse.
Would you define that, please?
A large, thin potato pancake served buttered and folded.
Lefse. Lefsa. Lefse.
I am sorry, Nicholas,
No.
that is not correct. It is SE at the end. But thank you so much. So it's LEFSE. So thank you.
Oh, okay.
You did a great
Thanks.
job tonight.
Thanks.
See you soon.
Yes.
All right. Sandra, you are our next speller.
Okay, Sandra, your word is enfranchise. Enfranchise.
Could I have a sentence, please?
To set free as from slavery. Oh, wait, you wanted it used in a sentence? Yeah, no. My apologies. The committee voted to enfranchise all members of the team to have a vote in the upcoming hiring process.
Enfranchise. ENFRANCHISE. Enfranchise.
That is correct. That completes round 7, and we are moving on to round 8. Great job, everyone. They are getting harder. Bristol, you're our first speller.
Bristol, your word is vehicular. Vehicular.
Vehicular.
Yes.
Want a definition, please?
Of, relating to, or designed for vehicles and especially motor vehicles.
Vehicular. VEHICULAR. Vehicular.
That is correct. Don, you're up next.
Don, your word is inchoate. Inchoate.
Can you define the word, please?
Imperfectly formed or formulated, disordered.
Say the word again, please.
Inchoate.
Inchoate. INCHOATE. Inchoate.
Well done. That is correct. Holly, you're up next.
Holly, your word is wholehearted. Wholehearted.
And use it in a sentence, please.
Yes. Sarah Smarsh's Heartland was given wholehearted praise by the leading critics.
Wholehearted. WHOLEHEARTED. Wholehearted.
Very well done. That is correct. Michael, you're up next.
Michael, your word is genuine. Genuine.
Please.
In a
I'm
sentence?
sorry. Definition, please.
Definition. Sincerely and honestly felt or experienced.
Could you say it again, please?
Genuine.
Genuine. GENUINE. Genuine.
That is a genuinely correct answer. I'm going to make puns all night long. Just be prepared. Michael,
Sentences, yeah.
you might-
Michael, your word is soppiness. Soppiness.
Wait.
no,
Me?
Michael is correct. Nathaniel's our next speller. So
Okay.
sorry.
Soppiness, was it?
Soppiness, yes.
You can give me a definition?
Very wet.
Okay, the quality of being very wet. Okay. Soppiness. SOPPINESS. Soppiness.
That is correct. And to complete the round, Sandra.
Sandra, your word is skirmish. Skirmish.
Skirmish. SKIRMISH. Skirmish.
That is correct and completes round 8. Well done, everyone. Bristol, you're up for round 9.
Bristol, let's start with constituent. Constituent.
Constituent. Constituent. Constituent. Constituent.
That is correct. Don, you're up next.
Don, your word is convulsive. Convulsive.
Define the word, please.
Resembling a convulsion in being violent, sudden, frantic, or spasmodic.
Say the word again, please.
Convulsive.
Convulsive. CONVULSIVE. Convulsive.
Good job. Holly, you're our next speller.
Holly, your word is indecipherable. Indecipherable.
Indecipherable. INDECIPHERABLE. Indecipherable.
That is correct. Michael, you are our next speller.
Michael, your word is noctambulist. Noctambulist.
Could you provide a definition, please?
A person who walks while asleep.
Noctambulist. NOCTAMBULIST. Noctambulist.
That is correct. Good job.
Never heard that word before. No.
You're not muted anymore.
Nathaniel, you're our next speller.
Nathaniel, your word is I'm going to do it again. Expostulate.
Expostulate.
Mhm.
Oh, I love to expostulate. Let's do it now. I should say the word first. Expostulate. EXPOSTULATE. Expostulate.
You expostulated correctly. Sandra, you're up next.
Sandra, your word is pusillanimous. Pusillanimous.
Pusillanimous. Could I have a definition, please?
Yes, lacking or showing a lack of courage, strength, and resolution, marked by mean-spirited and contemptible timidity.
Say it again, please.
Indeed, pusillanimous.
Pusillanimous. PUSILLANIMOUS. Pusillanimous.
That's a tough one, and you got it correct. Well done. All right, that completes round 9. Good job, spellers. That takes us to round 10, and Bristol, you're our first speller.
Bristol, your word is millennial. Millennial.
Millennial. MILLENNIAL. Millennial.
It's always good when a millennial gets the word millennial. It works out well. Don, you're up next.
Don, your word is ramifications. Ramifications.
Say the word again, please.
Ramifications.
Define the word, please.
Consequence or outgrowth of something.
Say it one more time, please.
Indeed. Ramifications.
I think I'm hearing that as a plural, but I want to be sure that I'm hearing that.
Yes, ramifications.
Ramifications. RAMIFICATIONS. Ramifications.
That is correct. Holly, you're up next.
Holly, your word is scrumptiously. Scrumptiously.
Scrumptiously. SCRUMPTIOUSLY. Scrumptiously.
That is correct. Very good job. Michael, you're up next.
Michael, your word is cue. Cue.
You define it, please.
Indeed, a waiting line, especially of persons or vehicles.
Q. QUEUE. Q.
That is correct. Nathaniel, you are our next speller.
Nathaniel, your word is sousaphone.
Sousaphone, sousaphone, sousaphone. Sousaphone. I guess I should have said sousaphone first, so I'll say it twice now. Sousaphone, sousaphone.
That is correct. Sandra, you're our next speller.
Sandra, your word is welterweight. Welterweight.
Could I have a sentence, please?
Could this version of Mayweather beat a top welterweight contender?
Welterweight. WELTERWEIGHT. Welterweight.
That is correct. You all are amazing spellers. We are on to round 11, which is pretty incredible. Bristol?
Bristol, your word is nouveau. Nouveau.
Nouveau. Can I have the definition, please?
Yes, newly arrived or developed.
Can I have the language of origin?
French, Middle French, Old French.
Nouveau. Nouveau. Nouveau.
That is correct. Dawn, you're up next.
Dawn, your word is heterochromia. Heterochromia.
Define the word, please.
Indeed, a difference in coloration in two anatomical structures or two parts of the same structure, which are normally alike in color.
Say the word one more time, please.
Heterochromia.
Heterochromia. Chromia. Heterochromia. Heterochromia. Heterochromia.
That is correct. Great job, Dawn. Holly, you're up next.
Holly, your word is effervescent. Effervescent.
Effervescent. EFFERVESCENT. Effervescent.
That is right. Michael, you're up next.
Michael, your word is repartee. Repartee.
The definition, please.
Yes, a quick and witty reply.
Could you use it in a sentence, please?
Indeed, the two comedians engaged in witty repartee.
Blanking here. Repartee. REPARTEE. Repartee.
Very well done. That's
Well done. Well done.
All right, Nathaniel, you're up next.
Nathaniel, your word is apparatus.
Apparatus. Thank you. Apparatus. APPARATUS. Apparatus.
That is correct. And Sandra?
Sandra, your word is ebullience. Ebullience.
Could I have a definition, please?
Yes, the quality of lively or enthusiastic expression of thoughts or feelings.
Ebullience. EBULLIENCE. Ebullience.
That is well done. Thank you very much. And that completes round 11. You all are amazing. I think this is already further than last year that we had so many still in.
Yep.
It's a tough year this year. Bristol, you're up next.
Bristol, your word is opprobrium. Opprobrium.
Opprobrium. Can I have the definition, please?
Yes, something that brings disgrace.
Opprobrium. OPPROBRIUM. Opprobrium.
There is no opprobrium with your spelling tonight. Don, you're up next.
Don, your word is entente. Entente.
Define the word, please.
An international understanding providing for a common course of action.
Language of origin, please.
French, Old French.
Say the word again.
Entente.
Entente. ENTENTE. Entente.
That is correct. Good job. Holly, you're up next.
Holly, your word is circuitous. Circuitous.
Can you define it, please?
having a circular or winding course.
Circuitous. CIRCUITOUS. Circuitous.
That is correct. Michael, you're our next speller.
Michael, your word is inimical. Inimical.
A definition, please.
Being adverse, often by reason of hostility or malevolence.
Could you repeat it once more, please?
Inimical.
Inimical. INIMICAL. Inimical.
Good job. Nathaniel, you're up next.
Nathaniel, your word is penitentiary.
Penitentiary. PENITENTIARY. Penitentiary.
That is correct. And Sandra, you're our next speller.
Sandra, your word is escarpment. Escarpment.
Could I have a definition, please?
A steep slope in front of a fortification.
Escarpment. ESCARPMENT. Escarpment.
That is correct. And that completes round 12. All right. Bristol, you're our next speller and the 13th round.
Bristol, your word is braille. Braille.
Braille. Can I have a definition, please?
Yes, a system of writing for the blind that uses characters made up of raised dots.
Braille. BRAILLE. Braille.
That is correct. Don, you're up next.
Dawn, your word is ineptitude. Ineptitude.
Say the word again, please.
Ineptitude.
Ineptitude. INEPTITUDE. Ineptitude.
That is correct. Our next speller is Holly.
Holly, your word,
I can't spell. There's dogs, there's puppies. I can't do it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it. Holly, your word is accumulate. Accumulate.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Ariel began to accumulate lots of thingamabobs and gadgets.
Accumulate. ACCUMULATE. Accumulate.
That is correct. Michael, you are our next speller.
Michael, your word is discombobulate. Discombobulate.
These in a sentence. Definition, please.
Definition, okay? To cause to be in a state of confusion.
And could you use it in a sentence?
Scientists have known for years about bony fish, sharks, worms, jellies, corals, and other marine creatures that light up to attract mates, lure prey, or discombobulate predators. I love these sentences.
Discombobulate. DISCOMBOBULATE. Discombobulate.
Wow.
That is a long one, and that is correct. Our next speller is Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, your word is paramecium. Paramecium.
Paramecium. I was never combobulated to begin with. I don't know how I could ever get discombobulated. Paramecium. PARAMECIUM. Paramecium.
That is correct. Were you a science major?
Nathaniel is distracted.
No.
We'll move on to our next speller, and that is Sandra.
Sandra, your word is concatenate. Concatenate.
Let's have a definition, please.
Linked together.
I'd like a sentence, just to clarify the form of the word.
When she got married, she chose to concatenate her last name with her husband's into one hyphenated name.
Concatenate. CONCATENATE. Concatenate.
Man.
You all are amazing. That is
Amazing.
correct. And that completes round 13. And we're all still in for round 14, beginning with Bristol.
Bristol, your word is exaggerate. Exaggerate.
Exaggerate. EXAGGERATE. Exaggerate.
That is correct. Don, you're up next.
Don, your word is tenaciously. Tenaciously.
Say it again, please.
Tenaciously.
Use it in a sentence, please.
The clam clung tenaciously to the side of the rock in the ocean as I tried to pry it loose.
Tenaciously. TENACIOUSLY. Tenaciously.
That is correct. Holly, you're up next.
Holly, your word is cyanosis. Cyanosis.
Can you define it, please?
A bluish or purplish discoloration as of skin due to deficient oxygenation of the blood.
Cyanosis. CYANOSIS. Cyanosis.
That's correct. Well done. Michael, you're up next.
Michael, your word is omniscient. Omniscient.
Definition, please.
Having infinite awareness, understanding, and insight.
Omniscient. OMNISCIENT. Omniscient.
That is correct. Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, your word is nubuck. Nubuck.
Nubuck. Would you give me a definition for that?
A soft, suede leather.
Okay, so this is what Meryl's been making my shoes out of. I thought that was a brand name. Nubuck. NUBUCK. Nubuck.
You win for like this. All the really strange words have gone to you tonight.
Fashionista.
Sandra.
Sandra, your word is nomenclature. Nomenclature.
Nomenclature. NOMENCLATURE. Nomenclature.
That is correct. And we are at round 15. This is pretty incredible. Bristol, it is your turn.
All right. Bristol, your word is berserk. Berserk.
Berserk. Can I have a definition, please?
An ancient Scandinavian warrior frenzied in battle and held to be invulnerable, one whose actions are recklessly defiant.
And it's berserk and not berserker.
Oh, I love you. It is. I'm a medievalist by training. So yes, if this were medieval stuff, we'd add, but no, it's just berserk.
Berserk. Okay. Berserk. BERSERK. Berserk.
That is correct. Don, you're up next.
Don, your word is turbinado. Turbinado.
Can you define the word, please?
Partially refined cane sugar that's been washed and dried is off-white, yellowish, or grayish in color and is used in industry and food processing.
Say it one more time, please.
Turbinado.
Turbinado. TURBINADO. Turbinado.
Turbinado sugar is so delicious. Holly, you are up next.
Holly, your word is fisticuffs. Fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs. FISTICUFFS. Fisticuffs.
That is correct and takes us to Michael.
Michael, your word is propinquity. Propinquity.
Find it, please.
Nearness in place or time, proximity.
Propinquity. PROPINQUITY. Propinquity.
That is correct. Good job. Nathaniel, you're up next.
Nathaniel, your word is macchiato. Macchiato.
Macchiato. That's how do you make a macchiato? That's just a little bit of coffee on a foam, right? MACCHIATO. Macchiato.
That is correct. And Sandra.
Sandra, your word is divestiture. Divestiture.
Divestiture. Divestiture. Divestiture.
All right, that takes us to round 16. And Bristol, you're up next.
Bristol, your word is raptatorial. Raptatorial.
Raptatorial. Can I have the definition, please?
Predacious.
Can you say it again, please?
Raptatorial.
Raptatorial. Raptotorial.
I am sorry, Bristol. It's RAPTAT.
Okay.
So close, but you made it all the way to round 16.
You
which
are
is pretty
awesome.
incredible.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, our next speller is Bristol. Or sorry, is Don.
Don, your word is
I'll go back in.
Wait, I didn't hear that.
No worries. Here we go. Jicama. Jicama.
Say the word again, please.
Jicama.
Define the word, please.
An edible, starchy, tuberous root of a tropical American vine of the legume family that is eaten raw or cooked.
Jicama. Jicama. Jicama.
That is correct. The next speller is Holly.
Holly, your work is torsion. Torsion.
Can you define it, please?
The twisting or wrenching of a body by the exertion of forces tending to turn one end or part about a longitudinal axis while the other is held fast or turned in the opposite direction.
Torsion. Torsion. Torsion.
That is correct. And takes us to Michael.
Michael, your word is aardvark. Aardvark.
Could you define it, please?
A large burrowing nocturnal mammal of sub-Saharan Africa that has a long snout, extensible tongue, powerful claws, large ears, and a heavy tail, and feeds especially on termites and ants.
Aardvark. AARDVARK. Aardvark.
That is correct. And Nathaniel, you're up next.
Nathaniel, your word is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse.
That is correct. And Sandra, you're up next.
Sandra, your word is emancipatory. I'll say it again. Emancipatory.
Emancipatory. Could I hear it in a sentence, please?
She quit her job and felt an emancipatory glow as she considered her next steps.
Emancipatory. EMANCIPATORY. Emancipatory.
That is correct. All right. Going into round 17, we are at our final 5 contestants, beginning with Don.
Don, your word is vain.
Bristol? Oh, no, she's out. I'm sorry. My mistake. I'm sorry.
Don, your word is vainglorious. Vainglorious.
Say it again, please.
Vainglorious.
Define the word.
Marked by vainglory, boastful.
Say it one more time.
Vainglorious.
Vainglorious. VAINGLORIOUS. Vainglorious.
That is correct. The winner tonight can be vainglorious about their victory, especially with it being so tough. Holly, you're up next.
Holly, your word is malfeasance. Malfeasance.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
The investigation has uncovered evidence of corporate malfeasance.
Malfeasance. MALFEASANCE. Malfeasance.
That is correct. And Michael is up next.
Michael, your word is chrysalis. Chrysalis.
Find it, please.
The hardened outer protective layer of a pupa. Yeah. You get self-conscious about it.
You're telling me. Chrysalis. CHRYSALIS. Chrysalis.
That is correct. And Nathaniel, you're up next.
Nathaniel, your word is ululate.
Ululate. Oh, I don't know how to do that. I can't do that in Victory. Ululate. ULULATE. Ululate.
That is correct. And the next speller is Sandra.
Sandra, your word is ennui. Ennui.
Do I have a definition, please?
Yes, a feeling of weariness and dissatisfaction, boredom.
Ennui. ENNUI. Ennui.
And that is correct and takes us to round 18. All right, Dawn, you're our first speller.
Don, your word is millivolt. Millivolt.
Define the word, please.
1,000th of a volt.
Millivolt. MILLIVOLT. Millivolt.
That is correct. And next we have Holly.
Holly, your word is stereotypical. Stereotypical.
Stereotypical. STEREOTYPICAL. Stereotypical.
That is right. And Michael is up next.
Michael, your word is bergamot. Bergamot.
Could you define it, please?
A round to pear-shaped citrus fruit of a Mediterranean tree that has a yellow to green rind, which yields a bitter, fragrant essential oil, and that is typically considered to be a hybrid of a sour orange and a lemon.
Bergamot. BERGAMOT. Bergamot.
That is correct. And Nathaniel, you're up next.
Nathaniel, your word is quintessential. Quintessential.
Quintessential, from propinquity to quintessential. 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 Quintessential.
That is correct. And Sandra, you're up next.
Sandra, your word is liaison. Liaison.
I would like it in a sentence, please.
She acts as a liaison between the police department and city schools.
Liaison. LIAISON. Liaison.
That is correct and takes us to round 19 with Dawn as our first speller.
Dawn, your word is surreptitious. Surreptitious.
Say the word again, please.
Surreptitious.
Define the word, please.
Done, made, or acquired by stealth.
Say it one more time, please.
Surreptitious.
Surreptitious. SURREPTICIOUS. Surreptitious.
I am sorry, Dawn. Unfortunately, it's with a T instead of a C. So very well done. Round 19. That is pretty amazing.
Wonderfully done. Wonderfully
Thank
done.
you.
Mwah. See you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Holly, you are our next speller.
Holly, your word is phylum. Phylum.
Can you define it, please?
A primary category in biological taxonomy, especially of animals that ranks above the class and below the kingdom.
Phylum. PHYLUM. Phylum.
That is correct. Michael, you are our next speller.
Michael, your word is raucous. Raucous.
In a sentence, please.
The partying neighbors kept up their raucous laughter half the night.
Raucous. RAUCOUS. Raucous.
Will there be a raucous party at the end of this? That is correct. Nathaniel, you're our next speller.
Nathaniel, your word is pituitary. Pituitary.
Pituitary. Pituitary. Pituitary. Pituitary.
That is correct. And Sandra is our last speller of this round.
Sandra, your word is recriminatory. Recriminatory.
Could I have a definition, please?
The making of such accusations. Oh, did you want it in a sentence? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just thinking. Recriminatory. Recriminatory. Recriminatory.
That is correct. And we are down to our final 4 in round 20. Our first speller is Holly.
Holly, your word is echelon. Echelon.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
We heard stories of corruption in the upper echelons of the firm.
Echelon. Echelon. Echelon.
You are all the upper echelon of spellers, and that is correct. And Michael is up next.
Desertification. Desertification.
Can you define it, please?
The process of becoming desert as from land mismanagement or climate change.
Desertification. DESSERTIFICATION. Desertification.
I am sorry,
Oh,
Michael.
no. Oh no.
Oh, just
Oh.
one S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fourth
But
one. Whoops.
You did a great job. You're at round 20.
Marvelous.
Very well done.
Truly marvelous.
Thanks. Thank
All
you. Sorry,
right.
thank you.
Nathaniel, you are our next speller.
Chemise. Your word is chemise.
Chemise. I suppose that's some kind of shirt.
Fashionistas would know.
I guess they would.
That's a definition. A woman, I'll do it properly. A woman's one-piece undergarment.
Okay. Chemise. CHEMISE. Chemise.
That is correct. And Sandra.
Sandra, your word is mellifluous. Mellifluous.
Could I have a definition, please?
Having a smooth, rich flow.
Would you say it again, please?
Mellifluous.
Mellifluous. MELLIFLUOUS. Mellifluous.
That is correct. And we are at our final top 3 spellers. All of you will get a gift card to the Pioneer Bookshop for your great work tonight. So you're already there. And Holly, you are our first speller in round 21.
Holly, your word is spontaneity. Spontaneity.
Spontaneity. SPONTANEITY. Spontaneity.
That is correct. And Nathaniel, you're up next.
Nathaniel, your word is isosceles. Isosceles.
Hypotenuse and then isosceles? My trigonometer?
I mean, what is it like? We can't predict this. That's just bizarre.
Okay, if you say so. It was isosceles, right?
Isosceles, yes.
Isosceles. ISOSCELES. Isosceles.
That is correct. And Sandra.
Halcyon. Halcyon.
Could I hear it in a sentence, please?
During those early halcyon years, the company's potential for growth seemed unlimited.
Halcyon. HALCYON. Halcyon.
That is correct. And that takes us to round 22 with Holly as our first speller.
Holly, your word is rhythmically. Rhythmically.
Rhythmically. RHYM. Wait. Oh, that's it. I can't start over, right? That's it.
I mean, you can start over, but you have to say the same letters.
Yeah.
So,
That's it.
Oh, mwah,
Thanks.
marvelous.
thank you, Holly.
Bye-bye.
All right, that takes us to Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, your word is apotheosis. Apotheosis.
Oh, I've always said that apotheosis in my head.
Apotheosis. Apotheosis too. Yeah, I've
Oh,
heard it
okay.
both ways. Yep.
Okay. Apotheosis. Apotheosis. Apotheosis.
That is correct. And Sandra.
Sandra, your word is affectionately. Affectionately.
I would like to hear that in a sentence as well.
The otter cub affectionately nuzzled her mother as they floated along. Oh,
Oh, affectionately. AFFECTIONATELY. Affectionately.
That is correct. All right, we are at our final two spellers. Nathaniel, you will begin round 23.
Nathaniel, your word is psychiatrist. Psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist. PSYCHIATRIST. Psychiatrist.
That is correct. And Sandra.
Sandra, your word is chauffeur. Chauffeur.
Chauffeur. CHAUFFEUR. Chauffeur.
That is correct. And back to Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, your word is rococo.
Rococo. All right. ROCOCO. Rococo.
And Sandra.
Sandra, your word is proselytize. Proselytize.
Could I have a definition, please?
To induce someone to convert to one's faith.
Proselytize. PROSELYTIZE. Proselytize.
That is correct. And that completes that round. And we're back to Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, your word is frangipane. Frangipane.
Frangipane? Is it, wait, what's the last syllable there? Is it frangipani or frangipane?
You can't be that specific.
Am I saying it right if I say frangipani or is it right if I say frangipane?
You can't confirm it.
Okay.
I can't confirm it.
I think you just say it the way you would say it, and one more time.
Okay.
Frangipane. Frangipane.
Frangipane. Okay. That's Italian. That's like a dessert or something, isn't it?
I can give you a definition. It's a custard, usually flavored with almonds.
Okay. Then let's go with this. Frangipane. FRANGIPANE. Frangipane.
That is correct.
That pane is a bread, I think.
Sandra, you're up next.
Let's see. Garrulous. Garrulous.
Could I have a definition, please?
GARR. What did I just do? I'm just trying to spell
Let's
it.
do another word.
That is not correct. Well, it is, but it cannot be the word.
I'm so sorry. Good Lord. Can we just, what do we do then? Can we just do another word?
Yeah, I mean, we're 150 words in, so like, we're fine.
All right. Wow. I just got totally into it. Zabaglione. Zabaglione.
I would like a definition for that, please.
A whipped dessert or topping consisting of a mixture of egg yolks, sugar, and usually Marsala wine.
Would you pronounce it again, please?
Zabaglione.
Zabaglione. ZABAGLIONE. Zabaglione.
That is correct. Lots of sweet stuff tonight in the words as well. Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, your word is malachite. Malachite.
If not for that garrulous thing, I would have gotten both of those. I might have had to call shenanigans on 2 Italian desserts in a row. Malachite. MALACHITE. Malachite.
That is correct. And back to Sandra.
Sandra, your word is oubliette. Oubliette.
Could I have a definition?
A dungeon with an opening only at the top.
Oubliette. OUBLIETTE. Oubliette.
That is correct. And we're back to Nathaniel for round, oh my goodness, 27.
Wow. Nathaniel, your word is synecdoche. Synecdoche.
Synecdoche. Oh yeah. Not Schenectady.
No, that was a whole other thing.
Synecdoche. Synecdoche. Synecdoche.
That is correct. And back to Sandra.
Sandra, your word is zeitgeist. Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist.
And back to Nathaniel, because that was right.
Nathaniel, your word is megacephalic. Megacephalic.
Megacephalic. I shouldn't get megacephalic if I get this one then. That's big-headed. Megacephalic. Megacephalic. Megacephalic.
That is correct. And back to Sandra.
Sandra, your word is conciliary. Conciliary.
Could I hear that in a sentence, please?
Nobody suspected that the conciliary to the mafia family was a powerful businessman.
Conciliary. Consigliere. Conciliary.
Very well done. And that completes that round. And back to Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, your word is blatherskite. Blatherskite.
Oh, I'm expostulate and now a blatherskite. All right. Blatherskite. Blatherskite. Blatherskite.
That is correct. Sandra.
All right. I was really hoping we'd get to this one. I'm so glad we have. Croquembouche. Croquembouche.
Could I hear a definition, please?
A cone-shaped stack of cream puffs coated with caramelized sugar.
And could I hear it pronounced again?
Croquembouche.
Croquembouche. Croquembouche. Croquembouche.
That is correct. And another dessert down. Back to Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, your word is psoriasis. Psoriasis.
Nice with the croquembouche, by the way. Psoriasis. Psoriasis. Psoriasis.
We went from croquembouche to psoriasis. Very different things. Next is Sandra.
Escalated quickly.
Your word is rhizome. Rhizome.
Could I have a definition, please?
A somewhat elongated, usually horizontal subterranean plant stem that is often thickened by deposits of reserve food materials, produces shoots above and roots below, and is distinguished from a true root in possessing buds, nodes, and usually scale-like leaves.
Rhizome. Rhizome. Rhizome.
That is correct. And back to Nathaniel.
I love the theme here. Blancmange. Blancmange.
Oh, I think Monty Python just said blancmange.
It's one of my favorite skits.
terribly funny, sad. Blancmange, Blancmange, or blancmange.
They mean to win Wimbledon. Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay.
Back to Sandra.
Sandra, your word is wapiti. Wapiti.
Could I have a definition?
Elk.
Wapiti. Wapiti. Wapiti.
That is correct. And Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, your word is hyphoplasty. Hyphoplasty.
Say that again.
Hyphoplasty.
Hyphoplasty.
Kyphoplasty.
Oh, kyphoplasty. Would you give me a definition?
A medical procedure that is similar to vertebroplasty. I'll start again. A medical procedure that is similar to vertebroplasty in the use of acrylic cement to stabilize and reduce pain associated with a vertebral compression fracture, but that additionally seeks to restore vertebral height and lessen spinal deformity by injecting the cement into a cavity created as by a mechanical device or by insertion and inflation of a special balloon in the fractured bone.
Okay. Kyphoplasty. Boy, that's kind of a crapshoot. All right, well, let's give it a try. Kyphoplasty. Chiphoplasty. Kyphoplasty.
That is not correct.
It's a Y, isn't it?
It's with a K as well. So it is
Hey.
Kyphoplasty. That is a tough one.
Who imports Greek roots with a K these days?
All right, Sandra, this
are
is
awesome.
your next word.
Oh, she's got it. Oh, okay. It keeps going.
She's got to answer this word correctly, because if she gets it wrong, they're both back in.
Oh. Abattoir,
Could I have a definition, please?
a place where animals are butchered.
Abattoir. ABBATTOIR. Abattoir.
And that is not correct. You are both back in.
This is so cool. This is so cool. Oh my
All
God.
right. The round starts over.
All right. Nathaniel, Exchequer.
Exchequer. I didn't think I'd be here. Exchequer. EXCHEQUER. Exchequer.
That is correct. And Sandra.
Sandra, your word is fructiferous. Fructiferous.
Could I hear that in a sentence, please?
The fructiferous tree grew apples.
Fructiferous. FRUCTIFEROUS. Fructiferous.
That is correct. Back to Nathaniel.
Hey, Nathaniel, thaumaturge. Thaumaturge.
Thaumaturge. Ooh, I love it. What's the definition of that, actually?
A performer of miracles.
Oh, good. Okay. Thaumaturge. THAUMATURGE. Thaumaturge.
That is correct. And Sandra.
This is weird. Venerate. Venerate.
Could I hear a definition?
To regard with reverential respect or with admiring deference.
Venerate. VENERATE. Venerate.
All right. President Harris, I think we are going to try 2 more rounds. And after that, we're going to call it as we have 2 joint winners.
Oh, incredible. All right. Here it is. Autochthonous. Autochthonous.
Autochthonous. Oh, I love this one. Autochthonous. AUTOCHTHONOUS. Autochthonous.
Very impressive.
Impressive. All right. Puerilely. Puerilely.
Could I hear it in a sentence?
The senior workers were upset at the old boss who allowed the company to be taken over by a bunch of puerile whippersnappers fresh out of business school. Although the sentence has the adjective, but the word that's being asked is the. Am I giving a hint?
No, he was behaving puerilely at work and was throwing pieces of paper at a fellow coworker.
Thank you. Puerilely. PUERILELY. Puerilely.
That is correct. All right, one last try for each, and then we're calling.
And then we just take it away. Okay. Vinaigrette.
Vinaigrette. VINAIGRETTE. Can't get rid of me that easily.
All right, I'm going to stay with the theme. Bucatini. Bucatini.
Could I have a definition?
Pasta in the form of long, thin tubes.
Bucatini. Bucatini. Bucatini.
All right. We have two spellers who cannot. We are out of words. So very well done.
Really well. That was exciting there at the end, like back and forth.